brother or your children. See, the perception you leave people when you're listening is, wow, they value my opinion. It all comes down to one simple fact. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That is what listening does. It tells people you care by showing interest in them. See, if you want to sell a house, you talk about the house. If you want to sell a car, you talk about the car. And if you want to sell yourself, you talk about, them. Or their children or their pets. Try this out someday. Next time you meet someone for the first time, ask them a few questions about themselves and let them talk. If they stop talking, ask them another question about themselves or their family and let them run on again. When you finally part company, I'll bet they'll walk away and tell their friends, boy, they're great. I really like them. And they don't even know why. It's because you listened. In the world of communication, there's 3 levels of listening that you need to be aware of. Level 1 is about you, because you're talking to yourself as much or more than listening to the person you're communicating with. You're daydreaming, or you're thinking about something other than the conversation. This will keep the reticular activating system closed. Unfortunately, this is the level that most of us communicate at on a daily basis. Now, level 2 is about them, because your self-talk is minimal and you're actually listening to the other person. This is what I call being present in the conversation. You hear their words and you're fully engaged in the conversation. You're not thinking about your response, so you have very little telling tension. Now, level 3 is just like level 2. So you're totally present in the conversation, plus you're listening at an intuitive level. You're listening to the person's voice inflection. So you're listening to the meaning behind the words. You're listening to see if they're hurried, scared, anxious, confident, angry, frustrated, knowledgeable, or if there's any uncertainty. As an example, if you asked someone how they were and they responded, I'm okay, you might hear the words, but you know from their tone and that stutter that there's a deeper meaning and things really aren't okay. This will allow you to dig deeper and ask further questions. Level 3 listening is all about what your eyes see, such as body language and eye contact that is in conflict with their words. So if they say they're great, but they look down or look away from you, that might lead you to believe that things are not as great as they say. So once again, it's an intuitive level of listening and visualization that's going to help give you more information about the person. Great salespeople, great parents, great friends, and great significant others communicate at this level, but it does not come without effort and practice. I believe that awareness creates change. And if you're aware of the 3 levels of listening, you have the ability to work on developing a higher level of listening, and it will pay off handsomely. In case you didn't already know it, humans are judging machines. So what criteria do we use to judge each other? Well, on the telephone, 14% are the words we use. It's the actual content of our message. 86% of how we're being judged is actually our voice inflection. It's the quality of our voice. If someone is trying to decide if they want to drive 30 minutes to come do business with you, they're going to listen to your voice and listen for signs of confidence, sincerity, compassion, friendliness, or knowledge. And changing our voice is hard. Have you ever heard your voice on a tape recorder or video camera? Did you like it? I don't think so. Most people don't. And remember the first time I heard my voice, I thought, that's not me, that's Satan. There's no way. But it was. But there are a couple things you can do to change your voice. One is you can increase the volume at which you speak by 15 or 20%. In other words, don't use a home voice, quiet voice. Speaking louder can come across as more confident to the person on the other end of the phone. You can also change your pitch or your tone to create the perception of friendliness.